They saw, and the sides are in negotiations on a deal. The Saints have won 7 straight, but besides Michael Thomas, they're thin at wide receiver. So, Shannon, is this a good fit or a bad fit?
Dez should be very excited. I mean, there are only 7 games left in the season, and someone is giving him a call, giving him an opportunity. But I'm not so sure it's a fit, Skip, especially for what they do. Now, I understand that Dez is probably the best receiver available on the free agent market. They're in need of a receiver, considering they went to the game, I think, Sunday with 4 receivers. Ted Ginn is still on IR with a chance to come back. I don't know if and when he will come back. My thing is that when you look at the Saints offense, the thing that comes to my mind is precision.
Yep.
Drew Brees, there's a reason why Drew Brees keeps setting these completion percentage mark year after year, Skip. 72% last year. Now he's completing 76% of his passes. When Drew foot hit the 3rd step or the 5th step or the 7th step, he's throwing the ball. The guys are where they're supposed to be. Dez hasn't run a whole lot of precision routes in his career. Basically, it's been a slant. That's precision. But I'm saying as he's gotten older, the jump balls, that's not what Drew. Now, Drew is very good. I mean, he's great at throwing back shoulders. And these quarterbacks, a lot of quarterbacks live in that world. So I don't know if it's a good fit or a bad fit. It is a fit. They're in need of a receiver. Dez is in need of a team. So it might be the fit that works best. Now, I don't really know what the negotiations are. You need a receiver. He needs a team. What are we talking about? The holdup from Dez not signing with Baltimore, Skip, is that he only wanted a 1-year deal. Well, New Orleans will give you something better. A 7-game deal with a chance to get to and win the Super Bowl. So you get an opportunity to prove yourself. Secondly, you're going to get the 2nd and 3rd corner. Michael Thomas is clearly the number 1.
Yep.
So you're not going to have to worry about dealing with everybody's best corner. You're going to get the 2nd and 3rd corner. And the most important, although I listed it last, Drew Brees is accomplished enough. He ain't going to be fooling with Dez with that bull jive. And guess what happens the first time Dez comes to the sideline, throws his hands up in the air, throws his helmet, hits the kicking net. He's up out of New Orleans.
He can keep on walking.
Exactly.
Yep.
So Sean Payton and Drew Brees, I ain't even worried about that. Because ask Adrian Peterson, all you got to do is call AP, give Sean Payton a look, or say mumble something under your breath, and Sean Payton can hear what you said, and he doesn't like it. What's going to happen?
So this deal is still pending, according to reports, and I hope, for Dez's sake, he doesn't price himself completely out of the market, like demand too much here, because it went south quickly with Baltimore. And then, remember, Hard Knocks, and we're going to have Hugh Jackson here on the show in just a few minutes, but Hugh was recruiting Dez on Hard Knocks, and then for some reason that I don't know, we're going to ask Hugh, it didn't work. Right? Fell apart. Well, I hope this one doesn't fall apart, because I completely agree with you. It's a terrible fit strategically. It's the wrong place, wrong time. But what I do love about this is Sean Payton loves star power. He loves marquee magic. You know, he's a showman in and of himself. He's a showman play caller. He'll try to light it up when he's on big stage games. He'll try plays. You know, they'll have all kinds of reverse flea flicker, crazy kind of plays. So just the message it would send to sign Dez Bryant just to the opponent. We got Dez Bryant and you don't. Because, look, Dez just turned on November 4th 30 years of age. Does he still have some football in that body? Yeah, maybe some. A lot of people still think he's Dez Bryant, all caps. A lot of people still think he's that guy who for 3 years,
especially the Cowboy fans.
That's true. They do. No, they do. And maybe some opponents, some of the younger players, I think they still are in awe of Dez Bryant. 2012, 13, and 14, he led the NFL in touchdown catches. 2014, he got his money, and he got the cover of Rolling Stone. I just can't believe it. You want to talk about crossover mystique? And Rock Nation, Jay-Z, he had the whole thing going for him, and then his body just betrayed him, and it broke down. He lost his confidence. Everything went south. And then he led the league in drops last year. But if you still think he's Dez, then he brings aura to your team. He brings presence. He brings some mystique to your team. I like that for Sean Payton. If nothing else, can he be a decoy for you? Like, if you just run him out, if you split him opposite of Michael Thomas, does the defense at least have to say, well, we got to deal with him? You know?
And plus, the other receivers, Skip, they're extremely young. Now, you don't know, and they're playing well right now, but you don't know how they'll perform once the playoffs roll around, because that's a totally different animal.
It is.
Because the playoffs, there is no more tomorrow if you lose. Yeah. You lose a game in the regular season, it's on to next Sunday or next Monday.
What was the last big game that Dez played for my Dallas Cowboys? It was versus Aaron Rodgers in that playoff game. He was a main reason they got that. What were they down 21-3? Right. And the next pass went, I don't know, 40-some yards to Dez Bryant, and all of a sudden they got back in the game. And he had a big game that day.
And he played. I think he played big in 2014 game also.
Oh, and,
even though the
catch game. Oh no, he was tremendous. Is that the one?
Yeah.
That Green Bay game?
Yeah,
Sure he did. So okay, so he's been there and done all of that. So that could help some. But again, I can't condemn Sean Payton for saying, "Hey, it's Dez Bryant. Let's try that."
We need a receiver.
Yeah, and he's got to know, because Sean Payton will mince no words with him.
Baby,
hey,
right.
You do it our way.
Right.
And if you get the ball, you get it. And if you don't, you just don't.
You run hard, you block hard, you do other things to show, your value.
Right. Because I don't know how they did it, but they got to 7-1 without Dez Bryant, right?
Yeah.
And I still don't know, because I look and they don't really have even a second wide receiver. They got Kamara, who's the equivalent of wide receiver, and they got Benjamin Watson, who's still really good. And they got arguably the best wide receiver in football, at least on numbers.
Yeah. Oh, he's unbelievable.
They say he is, right?
He's playing unbelievable.
What did he catch for 212?
He caught 12 for 211.
211.
He tried to get me, Skip, I had one of them old games like that. And you know what somebody had?
Wait, you're just bringing yourself up?
No, Skip, I said it to say this. You know what somebody had to ask me, Skip?
You tried to outdo Mike.
No, I would try to do. But guess what somebody asked me on Twitter, Skip?
I have no idea, because I wouldn't ever see what somebody asked me on.
And they say, you ever had a game like Michael Thomas?
Oh, did they?
You know what I did, Skip?
And you jumped on that?
No, you know what I did, Skip? I said, I'm in the Hall of Fame. You tell me.
Oh,
that's good.
Is that what your answer?
That was my answer, Skip.
Well, that still wouldn't mean you had a game that topped 211, right?
I had 214.
214?
Yeah, I got the NFL tight end record. Skip, did you know this? I don't know if you knew this. I'm the only tight end in history that got 3 games of 170 yards or better. Really? The only one.
Well, we know now.
Maybe that's how you got in the Hall of Fame.
A game like that, I had those top games routinely. Routinely.
But you have 3 rings, but they came courtesy of...
They came courtesy about hard work.
Did they?
Yeah, picking them up, putting them down, Skip.
Well, it did take you 3 tries to get in the Hall of Fame. I don't know how that happened.
I don't know how it happened either, Skip, but
How do you explain that?
You know what I tell people? I say absentee ballot, third ballot.
Doesn't matter. Nobody remembers.
No.
Yeah.
At that point, it doesn't
They
matter.
don't say, when people introduce me, Jimmy, they don't say third ballot Hall of Famer, Shannon Sharp. They say Hall of Famer.
Do they?
Yeah, that's what they say.
I say third ballot.
That ain't what you say.
Oh.
See, that's why I respond.
I work with a third ballot Hall of Famer.
When he texts me, Jenny, that's why when he texts me, I always put K.
Okay?
Yep,
That's it?
Okay. K, I'll put the thumbs up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how you got to do it.
Brevity.
Serious between these two sides. I don't know. Are we worried about Dez and his fitness? That worries me a bit. He'll be ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, nothing gets you in shape to play football like playing football.
Well, that's what I mean.
He hadn't played it in a long time. Now, I don't know about you, Skip, but he looked heavy in that video.
It just feels like a long
Run that video back. You got that in the can right quick. Let Skip see that. He looked heavy to me. Now, I could be wrong. Now, these glasses, he might need it. Now, you telling me, that's
what? Yeah, his backside looks like it's a little thicker.
Man.
Maybe. Well, maybe they need a backup tight end, maybe. I don't know. Okay.
We'll see. Will he have a new home? We'll have to see. And then maybe we'll put up the X. I don't know about that.
So do I.
Will Luke Walton last the whole season as the coach of the Lakers? We'll discuss that with Chris Bruce.